Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeff back again with another episode of How to Play the Game. Today we're going to be featuring Tasteless TV. You can see here, this is his Twitch. He streams regularly. He's in Korea, so it's in the middle of the night. He also has a YouTube, which I believe is just Tasteless TV. He also has Tasteless VODs, where all of his stream VODs will go. Probably going to try and link everything down below this video because I personally learned a lot from Tasteless. He's one of the OGs of the game, one of the absolute legends in esports as far as caster, commentator, but just being there at the beginning and really blazing a trail forward. As such, he's got literal decades of experience when it comes to learning and mastering games. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about self-review, right? All players do it at the best level, especially in single-player games, right? It's, you really just have yourself to learn from. And I love the way that Tasteless treats his games and his ranked experience after almost every loss, after every time he sees something that's a little questionable that he doesn't quite understand. He hops into his replays, which StarCraft fortunately has, though I'm sure that if he were in a game that didn't have replays, like a fighting game, he would just go back and look at his stream VOD or whatever his recording software is, and he immediately tries to identify what it is he doesn't understand. He immediately tries to check things he doesn't know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through a little bit of this, and I'm probably going to take a little bit of a backseat because Tasteless really does a great job here. They're just displaying what a really awesome approach to learning and improving and playing the game looks like. So, right
See,
here,
if I were him, I would have just Hydra bust me because my gateway placement's so bad.
he
Let's go
identifies a
into
problem, right?
single player and figure out where we actually need to make our buildings to wall in on this map.
Notorious problem in Brood War, by the
It's
way.
pretty impossible to play this game if we don't have the wall in set up right.
There you go. See? I mean, do I even need to say anything? He's identified a problem. He's identified a solution. He's going to take the steps. He's going to do them immediately and learn
Okay,
it
that
and
probe
figure
finally
it
killed
out,
that Zergling.
right? So, and he also had a question earlier on in this game about scout pathing. Let's see here.
Did it yet or not?
I'm actually not entirely sure that
Let me
this...
actually take a look at the replay here.
Yeah,
So we know
okay.
we have to go cannon Nexus if we see him overpool.
So he's identified the build order because his cannon came out too late to stop the initial Zergling scout.
Yeah, you're probably right, typical. Yeah, let's do building placement. I want to check where the scout path is supposed to be. I don't quite have my head wrapped around this map yet. I think I've almost got it.
But he's trying to learn and figure this out, and he wants to know what the Overlord scout path is. Because what he can do is he can intercept this with the probe and use that to determine the...
So if he was here, I just have to scout here. And if I'm here, I just scout up here. And if I'm here, I just scout here. Okay, got it.
See? And that wasn't long or drawn out or confusing. He didn't try and check for everything. He didn't do an in-depth review of the whole game. He had a single problem, a single question. He wanted it identified. He went back. He identified it. It immediately got him into the next phase, right? It immediately has increased the quality of his gameplay. And now he goes to the map, he sets the cheats, whatnot. He learns how to build this initial wall down here so that it's not completely garbage. I believe I skipped over that. So yeah. And he identifies which buildings go where. But one of the things he does that's really important here is he's very thorough. So he goes to every spawn, right? So all three possible spawns, he goes to where the wall in would be. And he starts placing the structures. And Brood War, again, this is really unique for Brood War because of the way that the hitboxes for the buildings work are more related to the model art than the actual tiles. StarCraft 2 cleared that up.
Fine.
But he's going to cover his bases really thoroughly here by coming in here and grabbing a unit. And then he runs the units through some of these. Let me see if I can refresh this VOD and get a little bit more. 120. So he has this specific question, right?
Yeah. Okay, so this is like a 3 zealot. But if I have a probe, I'm sure it will be fine.
He checks all of them, right?
Okay, that's a problem.
And then he goes through the process of identifying exactly how
I
to
get
play that up.
dyslexia when I have to make wall-ins. That's the answer. Yeah, okay.
And then look at
Write
what he
that
does.
down.
He writes it down on paper at his desk. He takes a note. Now it's something that he's going to know. He's going to have that resource, and it's going to be locked away in his brain. And he won't have to go back and revisit it. He won't have that question. He's gained so much, and this is a period. Let's see, he gets into game almost immediately after this, but when does he start this? He finishes his game at like 1. Yeah. So we're talking less than 10 minutes worth of work here. Less than 10 minutes worth of work, and it's probably going to boost his win rate on this map by a solid 10 to 15% because he knows his wall ins and he knows his timings for the scout and the positioning for that. And that's it. That's all he was worried about. He wasn't worried about, oh, well, how did I play this game and no, not the whole picture. Small focused improvements. It's the ideal way to self-review. It is the ideal way to self-review. Go back, identify problems, make a mental note of it in the game, and then revisit it later. Because you don't have a ton of time. You want to get the most out of the little time that you have. And yeah, Tasteless, again, the absolute best example I've ever seen of this. I love that he does this. It's one of the reasons why I watch his stream, is to just see how he goes through learning stuff. Day 9 is another really cool example. Whenever he's learning a new game, seeing how he learns a new game is really neat. He's a very trial by error kind of guy. It's very interesting, very different. Oddly enough, they're also brothers. But anyways, that's gonna be all for today. I don't want to take up too much time. Like his self-review, I want this to be short, sweet, and to the point. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and join us back here next time for the next episode of How to Play the Game. Thank you.